Swami Vivekanand Cultural Center welcomes you all for the celebration of International Women's Day 2021. This is a great day to celebrate the transformational journey of women from home front to boardrooms, from grassroots to politics, from space and aircrafts to science laboratories, from education to healthcare and counting.
So a crucial key learning for me through my journey has been to use and grow power within you. There's nothing like empowerment. That's primarily about how do you really find out that power which is very much within you. No one can come and give you that power. You have to go and find it for yourself. To challenge how we see ourselves, how we speak about ourselves, and what we see as possible for ourselves.
And when I reflect on what enabled me to make these changes, it was female role models, men who didn't say no, people taking responsibility all around for what it is young people need for their education. Many of my friends here, you're all doing the same thing, putting things in place so that young people have an opportunity, and women in particular.
Just said, a gender equal society is where the word gender does not exist. And I hope we do come to that. I thought that was a brilliant way of putting it.
And I think the way that I see things is not only women way. See the way that how you like to be treated. Doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter who you are. You want to be respected. You want people to listen to you.
More serious challenges is around the more senior in rank is that I have some wonderful role models, but there's very limited. There's not that many of them. And they teach you how you can manage staff and how you manage people in a way that's true to your nature. And my nature is different to the male commanders. My nature is different. I'm more gentle, I suppose, is one way of looking at it, but I just see the world differently, as we all do, and we do it our own way, and I have role models that encourage that, but I also am forging my own path down in that world as well, which is, it's a good thing, and I can see that all of us are. But you still have to have that balance of because the world does need people to help them, and that's what police do for the majority of the time. So finding the balance between that need and your own family's need is tough, and I'm sure many in this room would have experienced that. So that's been another challenge, but overall, I think at the end of the day, we can have a rest when all people in the world have got a fair say and a fair opportunity, and then we can put our feet up.
They say the hour brings forth the man. The hour brings forth the man, and of course time brings forth the woman. It is International Women's Day, so if not us, then who? If not now, then when? Girls with dreams become women with a vision. May we empower each other to carry out a vision, because it isn't enough to simply talk about equality. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to simply believe in it. One must work at it. So let us work at it together, starting now.
I see around myself is a huge opportunity. And that is all for us to grab forth. Yes, I came a single person over here, got married, found a lovely man as my husband. Now this is my life, and yes, when people ask me why politics, then my question is why not? Because that is somewhere where I am lonely at the moment, but I'm sure won't stay that way for long. I want more females to join in, especially from Australian Indian background, into the world of politics. Come along. It is all open opportunity. All you have to do is reach out and grab it.
मैं वो तस्वीर नहीं. And this is the conventional, beautiful picture of a woman that we have all created, the society has created, and we are fitted into it as wonderful mothers, as sisters, as daughters, as, you know. So this poem is, मुझको समझा गया मैं शेरे मुसलसल खुद हूँ, बाकपन और अदा रिम्ज़ो हया, निगाहे लुत्फ़ के तीर काली जुल्फ़ों की घटा, यही सरमाया हस्ती है मेरा, हैं यही मेरे हथियार जिनसे मैं ज़ेरो ज़बर करती हूँ बज़्म हस्ती, मगर मैं वो तस्वीर नहीं, नक्श ब दीवार नहीं. So I'm not that portrait that you have hung on the walls. of a beautiful, perfect woman. I am more than that.
Strength and glory, you stood proud and tall. Beauty, dignity, grace, and courage above all. Is there anything in nature more beautiful than a woman? Planting her roots deep enough in the tough ground to bring forth strong branches, green leaves, and flowers abound. Like a majestic tree looking at the heaven or rain, she offers shelter and rest to the hearts in pain. Loving and loved, nurturing and nurtured, all alone, blessing the lives of others as well as her own. Here you are, should I say, a withered tree or a giving tree? The time for your journey will soon come to an end. A new life to begin with no regrets or ways to amend. Fulfilling your promises with joy and pleasure. At work or home, you are indeed a priceless treasure.
International Women's Day, I would want all women to really think about what kind of legacy we are leaving behind for the next generation, and I wrote about that this morning on social media. When I say legacy, I'm not talking about how much material wealth, how many family heirlooms, how many mortgage-free properties we're leaving behind for the next generation. I'm talking about, are we leaving behind a legacy of fear or a legacy of resilience? I want women to know that the next generation is observing us all the time, and they're taking silent cues from us. They're calculating how brave they can be simply by watching us. They will learn to fear everything if we continue to fear everything.
One of the things we talked about today is empowerment. Empowerment doesn't just happen from internally, it happens from other people giving the opportunity. Today, as we celebrate women everywhere, one thing I'd like you to take away, if nothing else, is please create opportunities for women. Because being empowered is good. Having a great education is wonderful. But if you've got nowhere to use it and you've never been out there, it's very difficult to be standing on your own feet and having that courage if you've got nowhere to go.
So this Women's Day, I request all you beautiful women and your other women who are sisters and all other women out there to stand together, be there with one another, and to help raise the standard and bar so that men can actually look up to us.
The values of women empowerment through our work. Now, today I recall which one of my professors used to tell me every time, that whatever you say, people might forget. But whatever you do, it will be visible.
Because today is also the day when we complete 110 years of celebrating International Women's Day. It started in 1911. So it says a lot about where we are, what we are doing, and how far we have come, and how far we need to travel.